Branden is back with more Branden's boy problems. So, a lot I can say has been going on in my dating and sex life since I last posted an episode. And one of the biggest was this guy I started hooking up with, and he is the epitome of toxic, to say the least. But that is the thing about toxic guys. It's just like the sex is always so amazing and the dick is great, even though it's like, you should not be fucking with this man. And some backstory between us is he first hit me up like 2 years ago on Instagram, and he was like DMing me, and like it was just really weird because he was sending me like disappearing messages. And this was before like vanish mode and everything. So I was just like, why are you typing to me in like pictures that disappear? And then he made it clear like he has a boyfriend and he just is being discreet because of his relationship status. And I mean, if you know me, it's like a boyfriend, girlfriend never is really like a deterrent for me. I like hooking up with other people's partners. It's just been something I've always enjoyed. But it just was weird because I'm just like, I don't like disappearing messages. Like, I'm not the type that's like, ooh, let's talk on Snapchat. Like, I hate using Snapchat. I only use it if like, I only really have it still because people are like, let's talk on Snapchat. And I'm just like, I do not want to have a conversation on Snapchat. But I was like, whatever. But during the time, I had this friend, and like he lives locally to me, and like we had like the same taste in guys. So like we usually would like run it by each other if we were talking to a guy that the other hooked up with, just to, like, avoid that. I just prefer not to hook up with the same guys my friends have hooked up with. I just think it's messy, it's drama, it's just not something I want to deal with. So I asked him about this guy because I saw that he was following him, and then he definitely like went to the guy that was talking to me and said something that made the guy get all mad and pissy at me and cut me off, being like, you run your mouth, you can't keep a secret, blah blah blah. Just was like, again, I just went to ask my friend if they knew you, if they hooked up with you. And apparently the answer is definitely, well, my friend did confirm they had history together, but he didn't really go into detail. But I know he instantly like ran to the guy and told him. Now the guy's like mad at me, bitching at me, and then he blocked me. So just like, okay, whatever. This is like messy and weird. And then I got into a relationship, so like I kind of like forgot. Well, I didn't really forget about it, but I just was like, yeah, I don't have to think about him. Like, he's already drama. Like, I don't want to deal with some psycho that's just like flipping out at me because I asked my friend if they knew you. Like, I'm not going out exposing you to your boyfriend that you're cheating on. It's like I literally thought I was just talking to someone I could trust to say like, hey, do you know this guy? I mean, I didn't expect the friend to go run to the guy instantly and tell him, which I do think is really fucked up, and it did kind of like make me iffy about him. But I mean, we still stayed in touch, but like we're not really that close anymore. But anyway, cut to like when I'm in a relationship, the guy hits me up again, and then he's like does the same thing on Instagram. I guess he unblocked me, messaged me, and like wanted to still fuck with me, but like I had a boyfriend, so it's like, just because I like to hook up with other people's boyfriends doesn't mean I'm gonna cheat on my own boyfriend. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not interested. And then he got all mad and bitchy. And like, he just got really annoying too, because he was like, are you gonna run your mouth again? Can you keep a secret? I was just like, okay, sir. Like, I didn't go purposely try to expose you. I wasn't being messy. Like, I literally just asked someone I knew that I considered a friend, do they know you? And the answer was yes. So it's not like I was just posting you online that you're cheating, or posting all our messages together that you're cheating. Like, going to a friend to ask a private question, and the thing is, like, I didn't expect it to get back to him, so obviously like I trusted the wrong person. But I just feel like that's not being messy. Like, asking your friend, did you still hook up with this guy, is not being messy. So yeah, he was just being annoying, like, are you gonna be messy again, blah blah blah. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not interested. And then he like blocked me again. And then cut to like, I guess a few weeks ago, where it was like last month, the beginning of last month. So like, I'm single now. It's slutty summer. I'm down for whatever. And he hits me up again on Jacked, and he was still on the same shit, but like this time he wasn't being as annoying, where he's like, you're gonna run your mouth or be messy. And I was like, again, I literally just asked my friend in private, do they know you? That's literally all that happened. And it's not my fault. I couldn't trust him to keep his mouth quiet and not go running back to you. So he like invited me over, and honestly, I mean, I wasn't doing anything. I hadn't even eaten for the day yet, so I was like, "Ooh, this is the perfect time. I can just douche and get ready." And he doesn't live far from me; like he lives pretty close. So I was just like, you know what? Like I'm gonna hook up with him, especially since it's like I'm single. It's slutty summer. I'm not even friends with like that guy much anymore. Like we might talk here or there, but like we aren't like close. So it's like I don't owe him anything to be like, oh, I'm not gonna hook up with him because you have history with this guy. So I like went over there and we had sex. And like it was actually amazing. Like he was really like, I guess, sexier in person. The only like downside I had about from his pictures, like I thought it was really cute. Like I always thought he was really handsome and cute, but like the only issue was like I hate his hair. Like it's like bleached blonde. He's like white or like Latino mix, whatever. But I just hate bleached hair. He has like a weird bleached long hair. But like otherwise he's really sexy. He does wear like a do-rag despite not being black. And he's kind of like a ghetto, like hood white boy, which I kind of think is sexy. Like I haven't even like hooked up with any like white guys really, at least not outside of like a bathhouse or something in like years. Like it's like the first like hookup I've had like a Caucasian man for a long time, but it was a lot of fun. Like the sex was amazing. He didn't leave me covered in fucking hickeys, and it's like you have a fucking boyfriend and you wouldn't want me leaving you covered in hickeys, whether you don't have no problem leaving me fucked up or like covered. But I mean it was fun. Like I took pictures. Like I was a lot of fun. Like he's really sexy, he's cute, like the sex was amazing. It was weird how he kept like looking out the window like his boyfriend could come home at any moment. Like that was making me like uncomfortable. I was just like, what am I gonna do? Like if your man just suddenly comes home in the middle of us fucking. But besides that part, like everything just went really well. Like I was really into him. He has like a really deep voice. It's like really sexy. Like it's just so bizarre, like how fucking deep his voice is. But like I guess I like the contrast since mine is so feminine and light. Like I do love a masculine top, and like I can just tell, like I'm sure like all these fucking black bottoms are like going crazy over him in the area for like having this ghetto white boy that's like a top and like super masculine, and like I'm sure like he's fucked around with all of them. And he even told me, like I asked him about like the friend and like their history together, and apparently it was pretty extensive and deep, and like at one point he was even like considering leaving his boyfriend for the friend. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know it was that serious. But it was just a lot. It just seems so like messy and toxic. It's like this guy has a boyfriend, he's fucking used to fuck with someone that was one of my friends. Like we have all this like negative drama in history. I was just like, fuck it, like I want to have fun, I want to have sex. And we did. It was great. I literally went back for more the next day. I was like supposed to be like Mother's Day shopping. I was like, yeah, I want some dick. And then I went out and hooked up with him again like the very next day. And I was just like, oh wow, like I can just see the situation being very just toxic. Like he's very like addicting. Like it was just like it was just so good that it was just like I needed more. And then of course the universe had to send me a sign to be like, no, you should not be fucking with this boy. This needs to stop. And then the next day, after I'd already gotten fucked by him 2 days in a row, I got my STI results because I got tested the previous Wednesday because I get tested every 3 months because I'm on PrEP. And I had a fucking STD. I was so like, what the fuck? And it's just crazy because it's like, I got fucked by like hundreds of guys in Atlanta getting bred raw. I only got one STI my entire 2.5 years in Atlanta, and that was in my throat. This is my first time I got a fucking STI in my asshole, and it was like, how? It's like I've only like gotten fucked by like 5 guys in the past 3 months since I last got tested. So I'm just like, what the fuck? How is now I'm getting an STD when it's like I could get fucked by hundreds of guys in Atlanta, get nothing, and then boom, I only get fucked by like 5 guys in 3 months. Boom, you have an STD. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, and I was expecting this guy to be like really pissed, really upset, because I'm like, he has a boyfriend. We already have all this past drama and history. I feel like he's gonna like not want to fuck with me again, not gonna want to talk to me again. And it was the complete fucking opposite. Like, I mean, I'm glad he's mature about STIs because it's like, we're adults, we fuck, like, it happens. Like, STIs are just part of your out here fucking, like, it's gonna happen eventually. But, like, some guys really are just immature and don't know how to handle it. But he was surprisingly very mature about it, but it was just got really weird really fast because he still wanted to fuck me. And I'm like, sir, like, we both most likely have an STI. And then he's like, well, it doesn't matter then because it's like we both just had it. And I'm just like, no, like, my doctor prescribed me medicine the day I found out I had an STI. So I'm like, I'm taking my medicine. I am getting rid of this as soon as possible. I'm encouraging you to go get treated. Like, I contacted every guy that I fucked in like the past couple months. So I'm just like, go get treated. Like, don't you want to get rid of this ASAP? Like, again, you even have a boyfriend. Like, why are you not doing anything? Like, he was really not doing anything to like go get tested or treated. I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, as soon as I went on the STI, I'm like, no, I need to get treated. I need to get rid of this instantly. Get me out of this. And like, I had to take like antibiotics for a week. So I was like, no hooking up for a week. And he kept like trying to get me to come over and hook up. And I'm like, no, like, I already started my medicine. I'm not going to give myself fucking chlamydia again. But he was really adamant. And he still is adamant. And he hasn't even gotten fucking treated yet. And it's been almost a fucking month since I found out I had chlamydia. Like, I was gone and like, I only take antibiotics for a week and then I'm fine. STI free. But he still wants to fuck me. And I'm like, no, like, I'm not giving myself an STI. I just got rid of again. And those pills are terrible. Like, they literally will make you vomit. Like, I really had to like smoke to try to fight the nausea. Like, they make you so fucking nauseous. And the last day I took it, my last pill, I threw up. Like, these pills are not a joke. Like, I do not want fucking chlamydia. I do not want to take these fucking pills again. And then he was very much like still trying to fuck me, still trying to give me chlamydia back. He's just like, well, I don't even know if I definitely have it. And I'm like, there's a 100% chance I had chlamydia when we fucked twice 2 days in a row. Like, you have fucking chlamydia. Get rid of it. Go get treated. And now I'm just like, we are not having sex until after you are clear, after you were treated. And he's getting like fucking mad at me because one, he wanted me to wait to take my fucking pills to like get rid of the STI until after he went and got his pills to get rid of the STI. And I'm just like, no, I'm not waiting. I'm not leaving an STI just sitting in my body. Like, I'm getting rid of it ASAP. And then he was like mad at me for that. And now he's still mad because I keep curving him. But I'm like, go get fucking treated. It's been almost a month. Like, you had all this fucking time to just go. All you have to do is tell your doctor, I had sex with someone who tested positive for STD. You literally can just go in, get treated that day, or they can just write your prescription for the pills. Like, for this, like, I had antibiotics. It wasn't even like I had to go to the doctor and get a shot and take some pills. Like, I was literally just write a prescription, boom, I could go pick up my pills the same day. And he's just been dragging his feet with this. And I'm just kind of like, this is crazy and bizarre to me. And I'm just like, yeah, like, I mean, I'm still into him, and I still think he's sexy, and I still would want to fuck him in the future, but it's like, you gotta get rid of the STI, and now he's acting like, because I've been having sex with other guys, like, he's, like, no point in, like, being cautious, or, like, I should just fuck him anyway, and I'm just like, no, that's like, you're totally trying to gaslight me, like, you have an STD that I got rid of. I'm not gonna go fuck you again to get the same STD. Even if I have fucked new guys again, I mean, yeah, there's always a possibility you get an STD again, but it's like, that's a possibility. You have a guaranteed, like, STD right now. So, like, no, I'm not having sex with you again until you get treated. And this is just crazy to me. It's like, you have a boyfriend. So I'm just kind of like, how have you let an STD sit on your dick for, like, a month and you've not done shit about it? And then he's still very much like, well, he basically told me, like, he and his boyfriend barely fuck each other. So I'm just kind of like, okay, that explains a lot. Because normally I'm like, if you have a boyfriend, you get an STD, you're gonna want to go get treated immediately to make sure you get rid of it. So it's just a very crazy situation with this man. Like, the sex is amazing. It's been a lot of fun, but I'm just like, yeah, the universe definitely sent me a sign that this is definitely something I need to proceed with caution with, and it's even made us, like, have to separate for, like, nearly a month after, like, 2 amazing encounters. But I'm just very much like, this whole thing is crazy to me. Like, I really can't believe that this happened. Like, I gave a guy a STI, possibly, and then he's, like, refusing to get rid of it. Like, what the fuck? And then he's trying to, like, guilt me and shame me for not wanting to fuck him, knowing he still has the STD that I already got rid of. Like, this whole thing is very, very, very bizarre, but it's also very hilarious and just very funny. But yeah, so thanks for joining me for this episode of Branden's Boy Problems.